We're about sorry, I already ate all the cookies.
Welcome to the Pop Off Podcast. I'm Derek.
I'm RJ.
And we're here with
CanVas.
So who are you guys and what do you do?
Oh, I'm Noe. I play bass for the band.
I'm AJ. I'm drums.
I'm Boomer. I've been here before.
I'm Brian. I've not been here before.
When you told me you were coming back and you were bringing CanVas, I was thinking it reminded me of the boogeyman from Nightmare Before Christmas. And then when you had, because I'm thinking of the canvas sack, and then you showed up with the paint suit that is just filled with goodies and treasures, just like in Nightmare Before Christmas. That was my take of CanVas.
That is such a beautiful interpretation, and I've never been compared to the boogeyman from the Nightmare Before Christmas. But thank you.
I would honestly accept that as high praise.
I nailed it.
agree.
Ben.
We
You
are
nailed
the
it.
boogeyman.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
You
He
guys
said-
were grooving though, man. You definitely deserve the praise, and for even your wacky frontman thing, just like a solid. It's not always heavy rock. There was like some serious groove in it. Definitely on the bass end. I always love the bass, but I get like Tool and kind of like System of a Down and some jazzy stuff in there. Like, what's your inspirations?
Well, my inspiration.
Or any of it, I mean.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty basic. I'm a
It's you
bassist.
and Brian. It's you and Brian. You're the two that write everything.
Yeah, my inspiration, I'm
Sick.
pretty basic. I like bass a lot. I started on upright, then I went to bass guitar. Not one of those guys who start on guitar and get into bass. And yeah, my inspiration is Jocko, man. Call it stereotypical, kind of a basic choice, but I love that man. He wrote a lot of cool bass parts, and I just that's one of my whole reasons of joining up with this band, to really help improve my chops, get a little faster. I gotta catch up to Brian over here. Brian, he's a shredder. I gotta keep up with him.
I totally see that, though, because you got like walking bass lines, and you got the 5 strings, using all of them really well. So I guess that does make sense. And you got to know about the greats, you know.
Oh yeah.
Who's the greats?
Jocko.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
I just play guitar.
I'm
I'm
not-
gonna feign
Victor-
ignorance
I like
here.
Victor
I have no
Wooten.
idea who
I like
that is.
Victor Wooten a lot. I like the thumb technique.
Oh,
I
yeah,
know
it's
none
And
of
I
these
like
people.
using the hand on
Yeah,
the bass,
yeah, these
too.
aren't real people.
They're bassists.
Yeah, exactly. So they're not real people.
Man.
You can only ask so much of a bass player, though, honestly. But the guitar riffs, too, you know, like you had some great, polyrhythmic kind of like arpeggio stuff. You guys get, pretty good range.
I try to metaphorically swing my dick around on the guitar as often as I can. I really just try to make things that are technical and piss people off and hopefully sound good. And then Noe, I don't know what he does. He's just crazy with it. But I shoot for a lot of Lamb of God.
I do gotta ask you though, for your guitar playing, you were really smooth and calm looking when you were playing, but what you were playing, you were high speed, and it was like, but you didn't look like you were tensing up at all.
No, I'm just hyper focused on hitting the right notes. I don't know. I got something in my brain. I have to really pay attention to what I'm doing, because if my finger's off by a few millimeters, I'm gonna feel it and I'm gonna be pissed off. And anytime I miss a note, even if you don't notice, I probably make a face. I don't know, man. I got something wrong with my brain or something.
I think we all do.
He said canvas sack earlier.
CanVas sack, man.
CanVas sack.
Yeah, when the Boogeyman was here last time, he'd play guitar. You do a lot of other things instead of just fronting the band here. But even the sound coming out was great, and it lets both y'all stand out a little bit more too. Because like I said, you're playing a lot of technical bass stuff, a lot of really cool like rhythms that I think get covered up when you add too many other people into the band, especially if you don't need it.
We have always been a one guitar band. We've actually even talked about being a 2 bass band, but
Lead and rhythm bass. I
Yeah.
still stand behind that.
but I feel like we don't need a rhythm guitarist. I want bass to shine, and our former bassist Alan and Al No Way have carried on this tradition of really making the bass a big part of our metal music.
And I do appreciate that you guys keep the rock alive, keep the funk alive. You just played, a little bit of your catalog. How much music? I mean, how long have you been doing this? I know there's been some other iterations, and
Yeah.
like I think the other podcast, I can't remember the episode number, but you came here with the Hate It band. So if you you like what you hear here, and you want some similar,
Yeah, we're exactly like Hate It. We're basically we're half of Hate It.
We are half of
basically
Hate It.
Part
Yeah.
2. over
Yeah,
here.
pretty much. I mean, if you like CanVas, check out Hate It, because they're way better.
And
but
if you don't like CanVas,
hey,
still
whoa,
if you don't like
whoa.
CanVas, still
They're
check
good.
out Hate It, because they're way better.
their guitarist, night and day.
So which iteration came first? Hate It?
Oh, CanVas.
CanVas.
CanVas has been around since like 2012, I want to say. I've been doing this for a really long time. There was a few years where Brian was the drummer.
I'm like the 10th drummer, I think, something like that.
Yeah. I call it the CanVas curse. It's ruined a lot of people's marriages and relationships, and it's the reason we couldn't keep a drummer for about a decade. We went through probably like 12 or something. It was crazy.
How hard is it really to drum?
I know.
It's almost as easy as singing.
I mean, I did
Yeah.
it drunk every time.
This guy was wasted the whole time, and he could do it. But Synth has ended though, and then we kind of went through a phase where we lost all of our guitarists, and then Brian came back and possibly ended the CanVas curse.
To be continued.
Yeah, we'll see.
We're like the band of Theseus.
The only member we haven't yet replaced is Omer. If we get a new vocalist, then we are the band of Theseus. Are we still CanVas at that point?
Maybe it could be Abdomen Canvas. They were way more popular than us.
I mean, they did the Linkin Park. They changed it out. Sometimes you can do that. Sometimes you can change a singer.
You're gonna have to die.
And you got them. You got the Misfits always like playing as parts of a band. I'm sure that goes on.
Yeah, you're right. I just have
Eventually, we get the AI online. We can just replace singers entirely, and just all you need is really a bass player for the rhythm.
Nice.
So
because you got a drum machine. You get a session guy for some melody. Then you use like Reginald Vell Johnson's AI voice over top of it, and then you got Carl Winslow singing your songs. Win-win. Finally, a good use for AI.
We didn't even play today. It was all AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done enough of these. Once you run them through the system, we just kind of you get their faces beforehand. We do a digital scan.
Map it over.
I'm not actually here.
One of the computers is kind of rough. That's actually
hologram.
why his suit's ripped up.
We CGI'd in his bass.
So speaking of your performance, with your suit, of course, being ripped up, just like with the Hate It band, you're very raw and visceral experience in general.
Thank you.
Is that something you originally started out with doing, or is it something that ended up developing over time?
It evolved over the years. I've been doing vocals since I got down here, and I'm doing like the frontman stuff, and I've always been very energetic and stuff. But the whole the suit thing actually just started about 4 years ago. During the birth of my daughter, my wife had to get a C-section, and they gave me one of these suits to go in there. And I was like, can I get another one of these? and then I found out you can just buy them on Amazon, like 25 of them for like $15. So I started wearing them to shows and ripping all my clothes off, and sometimes cross-dressing, especially when DeSantis got all upset about it. I'm like, well, I'm definitely going to cross-dress at all of my shows now. Come on. Hey, fuck you, DeSantis. But
you got to hand it to the cameraman for this particular show.
Yes.
It was interesting to see how some of the recording comes back. I thought it was pretty genius doing the cowbell, holding the mic up to that. That was pretty fun. And then we'll see how it comes out. But the smashing of the can on the head, I could hear it come through the mic. So that really added, that's like a classic Slipknot banging a trash can type thing.
Yeah, we're a very active band. We're a really hard band to film, so I'm interested to see what you guys got too.
Yeah, I'm hoping it comes out good because every time people have tried, it's usually a little bit messy. There's a splash zone at CanVas shows. You will get hit with debris. It does happen.
I tried to tame it down because this is your house, but typically at a CanVas show, you are like in a small amount of danger at any point in the show.
And it's not always from us.
Yeah. Sometimes it's from fans.
We did kill a guy once.
We did kill a guy at Power Man.
Yeah.
So explain this to us. For
The classic, bro.
The Power Man murder?
yes.
So we played at Power Man at the Brass Mug with Power Man.
We opened for Power Man 5000.
This was before all the allegations.
They saw
The
his
mug.
balls.
Shout out to the mug.
Actually, yeah, if you want to catch us anywhere, it's mostly house shows this summer.
I've noticed that. There's a lot of the music venues. Not sure what it is.
Orlando's losing venues
I've
left
noticed
and right.
that, yeah.
So it's mostly house shows. We are playing Uncle Lou's. Love that 1016 LMGA. Love that place. Was that June 27th? June 27th. We're going to Georgia in August 2nd. Don't know what we're playing there, but we're going. We're going to Georgia.
Playing
Going down,
Savannah?
you're gonna play a fiddle contest, I believe.
Yeah. Some like big red guy challenged us to some sort of competition for golden
A
instruments.
freak off? I've heard about
Yeah.
those. I've heard
Yeah.
about a freak off.
Oh,
Those are
no.
pretty exciting.
Yeah, so we're gonna take him on.
All right. Well, that was pretty good. Thanks, guys.
Sure, no problem.
Rock and roll.